I love Soul Bad Guy. I'm so glad he got added into Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising. Yippee! For those of you who are new here, every 100 days I attempt to make something outside of my comfort zone and put a little extra elbow grease into my videos. Usually that would entail some sort of editing technique or musical choice, but I wanted to try something a little different this time. I wanted to tell a story. I like playing Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising, as you could probably tell from my last few shorts I've made. Only a few, of course. On day 300, I attempted a first to 10 against Ice McSpicy. His name will be important later on, so keep it in mind. And as for the results, they were less than favorable. I have, since that video, picked up Yule. Why Yule? Out of all the characters to play, you may ask? Well, it's simple. I think fox girls are cute. But seriously, Yule's main gimmick revolves around her pixie playstyle, with fast buttons and a stance that offers a really annoying overhead, things that I find appealing gameplay-wise. I love the feeling of having pressure and making the opponent more and more nervous as I figure out their habits and punish them accordingly for guessing wrong. Please check out my Tilt 2 XKO round 398, I put a lot of effort into that one. Anywho, today I set out to find out two things. First thing I wanted to do was reach S rank. On my banner, my title card reads S++ or bust, but I can't reach that rank without at least getting to S first. So, I hit record and started playing out some games. Overall, I got 23 wins and 37 losses. That's about a 38.3% win rate for anyone keeping score at home. I want to show off a couple of these matches today, because as much as I'm sure all of you would love to hear me yap for 3 hours, it's finals week, and I don't particularly have the patience or time to spend weeks editing up a video. Yet. Oh my god. Nah. Maybe not that one. I think these few matches will do. The first match was against a Yule. Ladiva? Yule. Alright, let's get this. Yeah, I can get that combo that I was trying to practice. The red clothes contrasting my green attire felt almost too convenient. See, much like many ranked games, if you win against people who are higher rank, you win more points. So it's heavily incentivized that if you win any games, you try and win against these people. That isn't to say, however, that it's going to be easy. If they are on average better than you, then it shows in their current skill level. And for starters, I can say with confidence I have not put as much mileage in this game like this Yule has. Much of the match was what you'd expect. Many of my incorrect moves were countered by something more optimal, but there was something special about this last round. See? Right there? That's the culmination of hours devoted in the lab to squeeze out as much damage out of Yule as possible, and it shows. For the remainder of the time I spent in the lab today, between matches, was spent figuring out how the hell that Yule hit that sick-ass combo. The second match was against this Versusia. I swear to god if it's that 2B again. No. Versusia is by far my least favorite character to fight against. She has super long range, damage to no end, and she has the ability to hit me from pretty much any distance. What made this match different from the 20 or so sets I've played since I pressed the record button was that I had done something I rarely do in games, really in this game too. I played patiently. I recalled something that had happened about a year ago when I was running sets with a friend of mine named Hostage in BlazBlue. He had said something quite profound, and it still sticks with me to this day. I was absolute dog ass at BlazBlue a year from now, and though I have much left to improve upon, I've grown my skills by leaps and bounds since then. Even back then, I had taken a few rounds against someone who was much better than I was, and I had figured out the way that happened was because I just, well, waited for the right moment to strike. Shocking advice, I know. That's fine. That's fine. I landed it. Fuck you. Bada bing, bada boom! When I told him this revelation, he mentioned that the point of having good defense is to make the person you're fighting against take riskier and riskier options to open you up. I didn't win against the Versusia, but I did leave those matches with a key takeaway. Just wait. You're not fighting the player, you're fighting the timer. And when you refuse to fight the player gets desperate to get you back in the game and play by their rules. The third match was against Jeta. After getting a win off 200 ping avatar Belial, I went into this next match expecting for things to go my way. No! Nice. Unfortunately, the first set I played against her was a loss, but not a dramatic one. It was about hour 2 of playing straight all day, and after so many matches, things started to become simplified. I started speaking in my head what the situations these matches left me in, and it started to work really well. I felt like my mental stack had been slowly whittled away, and now I could play a lot more clearly. I had stress tested my combos I know on Yule by using them over and over and over again all day. Oh shit, I could've killed her there. Fuck! Yes! Kiss my ass! Who do you think you are? I am! The second set ended off 2-0 for me, and the final set is the one that matters the most here. I had her downloaded by this point. Got this situation, got this answer. She doesn't really check lows. She never really liked to do any sort of offensive option in the corner, so I can just go up and throw. I'm sorry, Jeta, but that move is negative on block. Got your ass. Alright, now I've really locked you in. And considering the last time that she threw a fireball, she ran up, so I wonder what's gonna happen now. Got your ass. Alright. I'm going to take a break. Give myself like 10 minutes or so. The final match today was against this Vira. By this point, I had already taken my break, and the climb up to A1 has been steady and rewarding. There isn't much space left between me and S rank, so all I need to do now is take advantage of the habits I learned and get the rank I deserve. Am I fated to stay in A1, stare at the summit but never reach it? Or do I lock it in and get the dub? I had played against the Vira once already, so I knew what habits she'd fall to. Huh? What? Alright, well, I'll take that. Fuck. Press a button. Fuck! Oh my god, you're a dumbass. TP there? Why not TP? And despite my best efforts against this Vira, I had ended up losing. And it really put into perspective for me that this may be the last time that I get to, today, really set up and actually win. I mean, one of the key issues I've been noticing with Granblue is that getting into a ranked game takes some time. There were some times I was waiting like 10-15 minutes between matches because, well, I don't know, maybe there just isn't that many players on whenever I was playing. It was like maybe noon, 12 o'clock. It wasn't like super late, but as time went later and later on, I got more concerned. So this was really do or die. But I wasn't concerned. I wasn't scared of the future. I wasn't freaking out. I felt a very free sensation. I felt my heart race, and I knew that I was close to winning. All I had to do was focus. This was potentially the very last set I'd have to play before my rank shot up to S. After that close call in the first set, I knew there was little space for mistakes. In my time of playing Granblue, I've noticed players tend to, well, press on the gas as hard as possible. They refuse to play any defense, as if their lives depended on every moment they're doing damage. In all means, this is an unfavorable situation for Vira, but not a life-ending one. Full Brave Gauge and full Barb mean any wrong move on my part will likely even out the match. All you'd have to do is play patiently. All you have to do is wait for an opportunity to strike. But I've seen myself in this player. The entire round, all they've done is press the gas, eating counters left and right. And, unfortunately for them, this is no different. Fucking S rank! Woo! And that places me solidly around top 40%? Well, technically that's better than 50% of all players, so it would be wrong to say I did a bad job. I think it's about time I mentioned the second thing I wanted to do. I was curious to see just what would happen if I decided to lock the hell in and just play. No need to worry about mashing. No need to worry about mastering every combo, learning all the frame data, just picking up and playing the game as I go. You see, I've reached a bit of a stalemate with this game. This isn't the first time I reached this stalemate. Last time was with Street Fighter 6. You see, I've slacked on training for the game, mostly just to put out a video of the day and then call it a day from there. And as stubborn as I am, I realize that there's no room for growth when I only give myself 15 minutes to familiarize myself with the game's engine and higher level thinking. You see, I've been on a journey of self-discovery with this channel. I wanted to prove to myself I could make videos every day. For the most part, I could. I wanted to prove to myself I can become decent at fighting games if I put in the time, and I'd say I did that. Almost did that, to be exact. This has been a wonderful journey to embark on, and I am excited to see where it goes next. I have learned so much about myself, so much about my own potential. 2XKO will be here soon, and despite all the time I spent learning fighting games, which I will go in depth in an upcoming video, I know there's one thing I want to tick off my box before I devote myself to the grind of learning that game. The way I see it, I've got, ironically enough, 100 days until mid-August, which is when school starts back up. I'll have all the time until then to hone my skills and do something I've been waiting a year to do. I've delayed this decision far too long. I know what I have to do. I have to turn around and head back home. This has been Snoozy Boy, and I'm gonna go take a nap. Alright, well, time to edit this for however long. Oh, Jesus Christ.